Welcome to Paranormal Files Into the Darkness. I am your host, Sean Wagner. Tonight, Mike and I will be talking with ITC Communications Specialist Fox Paranormal team of Michael and Destiny Fox. And you can come check out some of their stories right after this. The paranormal world is one of moving shadows. Strange figures hidden just out of sight. Supernatural phenomena usually offers more questions than answers. Spirits, demons, and the undead. Join us as we journey into the darkness. With researchers, investigators, psychics, or mediums, each one getting us one step closer to the truth. I'm Sean Wagner, and these are the Paranormal Files. All right, it's time. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Sean, good. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you. Mike is super dedicated. He's coming to us from Ireland. Top of the morning to ya.
See, me lad, it's great to be back here.
I can imagine. Well, I saw some great pictures that you guys took of. I think you guys went to a castle and some other touristy places.
Oh yeah, we've been trying to scour. We were up to Dublin. Did the cruise, like a boat cruise, to see the Cliffs of Moher. We've seen them twice now from the top. Now we did them from the bottom. Yeah, we're in a We are staying in a castle in Adair. I'll plug it. Anybody's looking to rent a castle, check out Fanningstown, Fanningstown, Fanningstown Castle. It's located in Adair. You can rent it for the week or half a week or as long as you like. Mary and her husband have been phenomenal as guests, so I can't say enough. I mean, I'm already talking with some guests that we're staying with, some new friends that we made on this trip to possibly come back in 4 years. So
wow, that's pretty cool. That's very cool. And also for anyone out there, I am somewhat looking for wouldn't mind adding a female co-host to appear on the show on a very regular basis. Also, in case myself or Michael aren't able to do it. So make it a lot easier for me to run the board. And when I'm not able to pay proper attention completely to the guests, the other person can help there. That would be great. That's why I'm looking to add a second person. All right. Also, if you have any questions on the way, please put them in all capital letters. By the way, if you are interested, I forgot to say, please, you can email me at carc.seanw, SEANW, @gmail.com. Again, that would be carc.sean, SEANW, @gmail.com. Now for the real introduction for tonight. They are an elite team of paranormal investigators specializing in ITC communication and over 30 years experience in the paranormal. And Michael served in the military. Thank you, Michael, for your service. They have a team of well-trained and experienced staff that go over and above to get their clients the answers they need to help solve their paranormal problems. They also have a staff, a demon specialist and demonologist, and they're also affiliated and proud to be with the Cage of Ministry, founded by Jeremy Leonard. They have also appeared on the Hulu Paranormal Series Repossessed Episode 2. They also have their own podcast, Fox Paranormal Chat, on Spreaker and Web Radio Network. Airs every Thursday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. It will not air this tonight, though. It will be back on for them next week, I might add. No investigations too big or too small for them. All claims are taken very seriously. They are in Georgia as well, in, I believe, Temple, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Their website is foxparanormal.com. Also, Fox Paranormal on YouTube. Their YouTube channel is at Fox Paranormal 5233. And on Facebook, facebook.com/Fox Paranormal. Ladies and gentlemen, our guests are Michael and Destiny Fox. Again, Michael, thank you for your service. How are things going in Georgia?
Everything is going good. Thunderstorms the last couple of days, but can't control the weather.
That is very true. That is very true. Also, Want to give a shout out to Uncle Bones and That's Fresh for joining us tonight. Thank you. Yeah, we've had a lot of dryness around here. It's just starting to get some little bit of humidity. Even we haven't had any humidity around here yet. Even amazing.
Oh, we have plenty here. We can send you some.
I can imagine you
Yeah.
guys would down in Georgia.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you don't like the weather, just wait an hour and it'll change.
All right, cool. Well, we're at that time now where we get together, have a toast. We've toast to everybody. We have close to the end of the week, the work week, and upon a weekend, toast to everybody that works, and a great show.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. All right, going back, what did your parents think of the paranormal?
My mom was open to it. My mom had gifts that sort of run in the family. She wasn't into teaching me anything about it, but my grandmother was. My grandmother taught me a lot about spirits and what they are and how they work on us or other people. What about you, Mike?
Mine goes way back when I was really young. My parents used to take me to graveyards at night, and we would go out and investigate it and stuff. They were very much believers in the paranormal. Growing up in North Carolina, right off the Cape Fear River, there's so much folklore in that area and stuff. And they were always either trying to find a ghost or trying to find aliens.
Okay, that's cool actually. And what got you guys interested in the paranormal field?
Go ahead.
I've been interested for over 30 years. I used to run a paranormal team in the Midwest, and I was affiliated with a paranormal team in California. And that's when I started getting into ITC research. I was very lucky enough. I got to work and mentor under Mark Constantino for a few years.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah. So, and Mark, I had him on the hotline on my phone back then. So anytime I had something I needed him to give me an opinion of, he would be more than glad to do that. And he helped me a lot on learning how to analyze EVP clips and the way he did it.
That's awesome. Yeah, they were great at EVPs. Tremendously great, actually.
They were world renowned in EVP.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, indeed. Do either of you guys have any abilities by chance?
Sort of. I'm an empath. I do have some type of medium abilities. They're at a low grade, though. It's like I try to push them back, but they come full bloom when we're on an investigation and actually communicating with spirits.
I'm more than the scientific side. I'm trying to gather the evidence. Over the years, I have been able to develop an ability where, I can feel it when there's spirits in the area or in the room. I mean, I'm able to feel it pretty good now.
That's
it's like,
great.
I get the heebie-jeebie scale usually tells me on my arm, what's going on around me.
Very cool. Yeah, I can't say that I really have any abilities myself. Any mentors along the way by chance? Anyone that guided you, or besides obviously Mark Constantino's did a little bit, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I took Jeremy Leonard's demonology class, and he's been a mentor to me. Even after the class ended, he helps me along. I do reach out to him a lot for problems when it concerns those type of spirits. Also have a psychic medium mentor, John Covey, and I can always depend on them when I need advice or need something.
All right, that's awesome.
Nice.
Actually, we already have our first question as well. Jenky1044. First of all, thank you, Jenky, for tuning in. Everything follow you guys home?
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's happened many times.
We've had lots of spirits follow us home. Negative spirits followed us home. We've had to get rid of human spirits as well, but they tend not to. I don't know what it is, but it seems like if we get tagged, it usually lasts about 3 days and then it's gone. I don't know what the significance is with that. I haven't figured it out. I've been researching and I can't find anything to back this up. All I have is our personal experience to go by. We did have a demon spirit quite a few years ago follow us home that just tormented us for months and months and months. And I began to reach out for help, and it seemed like, and sad to say, in some instances, money stood in the way. Of course, I understand some people have to have their expenses paid to come and help you. And it just got to the point where I decided, no, I'm in this alone, and we took care of it. I guess the last straw was this spirit actually jumped Michael. And when it left Michael, it hit me. And after it hit me, it hit another family member that took off running and just slammed the door and screaming. And I was like, this is it. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to get rid of that. And then I knew that I needed to dive deeper into demonology to better be able to protect my family and to better be able to help our clients in situations like this.
Awesome. I mean that's good. That's something that can be troublesome in dealing with. We have another question. Okay, a couple different things it looks like. First, here we go. First of all, Nicole Vasileros, thank you for tuning in and checking out the show tonight. I just spoke to her last night for a while. How you doing? Also, how do you get rid of them if you have something on the bad side?
Something on the bad side. We are a Christian paranormal team. We lean a lot of prayer. We use anointing oil, lots of prayer. And bad spirits are something you have to take authority over. If not, they're going to run over you. I have found out that using authority helps a lot, even if it's not a demon spirit, a negative spirit. I mean, they're there to torment you, cause you harm, mess with your family, mess with you. So I've learned to be very forceful.
You basically have to do what you tell your clients to do. Take charge of your environment.
Right. Like, this is my house.
Yeah.
You need to go.
All right. I think that kind of answers also her next question. She did clarify things a little bit. What is your technique? And obviously you just kind of answered it. It's to take charge of the situation and tell them to leave, pretty much.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Can you tell us a little bit about the Fox Paranormal family?
Michael and I were investigating with another team under them. They were a team based in Alabama, and we were in Georgia. And I don't know, it was hard to juggle this. So one night, Michael and I are laying in bed, and I said we should form our own team. And he said, I don't know, that's a big step, baby. Forming our own team, that's just, I don't know if we can do this. And so I finally sold him on the idea. I went right then and I formed a Facebook page. It was January 2013. And it was a while before we had cases come in, but they began to come in. And we've been going with it ever since. We have we've had a larger team at times, and right now we have a smaller team, and that I like it better this way. all of our team members are very close. We have, I call him Bubba. He's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
He's not related to me, but
Yeah, good boy.
he is a brother to me. And he treats me like I'm older than him, but he treats me like his little sister. His name is Ronnie Brett. We also have Youngblood Brett. Jessica King is a member of our team. We have Kobe Daniel. Jessica's daughters work very close with us. Research. Those kids are good researchers. They can dig up anything.
And they're good kids.
Yeah, and they're a vital part of Fox Paranormal, even though they haven't officially got the T-shirt. But, you know, they help us behind the scenes, and they're awesome. Alex and Michaela. And did I miss anybody? Dylan, our son Dylan. I almost forgot my own flesh and blood here. My son, he likes to go by Joshua now, but he loves going out when we go to Paracons. He loves meeting people. He works our table. He takes care of everything. And plus, he is also in charge of our security.
Yeah, during the Paracons and stuff,
Yes,
he takes
when
care of
we're
that
out.
for us too.
We carry a couple of haunted objects around with us when we go to different Paracons, and he has to watch over those and make sure, you know, they don't get knocked off the table, bumped or anything. He helps keep those secure for us as well.
What do you have for haunted objects?
We've got a Majorette doll, and she likes to move around. Somebody brought it to me at work, and they're like, I'm looking for the paranormal lady that's supposed to work here. And I said, well, I guess that's me. And she said, will you please take this doll? She said, it gives me the creeps. She said, I can't handle it. She said, we see this doll move. And so I took the doll and I brought her home. And I told Michael, I said, Michael, somebody brought this to me. And they said, she moves, and it scares them. It scares their children. This doll is probably manufactured back in the early 60s. And I put it up on the dresser, and Michael and I would lay in bed and watch this doll. He would go, did you see it move? No. Have you seen it move? But we would come home from work, and it would be in a different position, like its leg would be moved farther out or its arm would be moved. And I'd be like, Michael, you did that. I didn't do that. I didn't do it. So when I really realized that something was off with this doll is I was sitting on the side of the bed and I was playing with my cats with a pin light, laser light. And the cats were playing right there and chasing that around. And the doll somehow got from the corner in the bedroom, and it was like it was thrown, to be honest with you, and it landed right on the cats. Chaos.
On top of the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't watching it when it happened. There is a possibility that one of the cats could have got hung in its dress or something, but I didn't see a cat over there. So we do keep that one put up. We also have a coin.
A $20 gold piece.
Yeah, the family that gave this to us to keep them safe from it, the coin belonged to a coin collector who was also a jeweler. And they were remodeling the house and they found this coin. The whole family had bad vibes on it, but we do have it in a safe place. And we keep it sealed. We keep all of our objects blessed. Then we have a doll that we call Levada. Levada was actually on season 1, episode 2 of the show Repossessed on Hulu. And she is quite a character. I can't give away too much of it because the show hasn't aired yet on the History Channel. So I'll give you a little bit. She likes to wreak havoc. She gets in trouble a lot. She came in a box that was dug up on some property. And if you really want the story, you guys are going to have to go watch Repossessed on Hulu.
Yeah.
I can't give away too much of it.
But if you're actually a subscriber, you can watch it right after the show is over.
Yes,
Certainly, right?
please watch it. Please watch it. And all
Yeah.
the episodes are very, very good on this show. It's a different type of show. It's concerning haunted objects. Some of the objects they repossess. They actually take from the people who own these items, and they're keeping them stored so people can be safe from these haunted objects. Ours was one that we kept just because I feel like you really can't sell a haunted object. You really can't give it away. I feel like once you come in possession of it, then you're responsible for it. I would hate to know that I gave Levada to somebody or sold her off, because it's like I've learned how to deal with the spirit that's attached. I've learned how to keep everything calm. We actually have to keep the dolls separate from the box that she was found in. If we put them together, then strange things start to happen around the house. We have caught several apparitions with our home security cameras, and it seems like the apparition is wanting to go toward whatever part of the house that we have the box and the doll in. And we used to store it at a church, but since then we've had to move her back home with us.
Well,
she's an interesting piece. Over the years of research, she is documented, which is rare for a haunted object. She has been documented, and we have sworn statements from the original clients that asked us to take possession of the doll. And she's interesting, and she's got quite a little history behind her.
Yeah, she does. We should have brought her in here to show them.
Yeah.
Well,
that'd be cool.
If you guys can, feel free to. If one of you can go get it, feel free to go ahead and do that if you like.
You want to go get her?
Yeah, I can go get Levada.
Okay, go get her.
She don't mind. She's kind of.
Do you know? Go ahead. Oh, I was like, do you know what they did with them on the show Repossessed? When they repossessed him?
As far as I know, I think they actually have some sort of warehouse that they store these in, and where they're blessed and sealed.
Well, that sounds pretty cool, and that's certainly different. A show in which they take haunted possessions or haunted items that people want to get rid of primarily.
Right. We know that all the claims concerning the box when it was found, what the homeowners began to go through, were true, because everything they experienced once the box was in their possession, we've had happen here at our house.
Okay.
And if you want to know more about it, of the area that we got the box, you're welcome to Google Maxwell Crossing in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That is the area where the box was found.
Now, do you
get Maxwell Crossing? Sorry.
Maxwell, Maxwell Crossing.
All right.
Okay. So do you get called all over the country for possessions, or just mainly on like the Georgia and to the south?
We do get calls from people out of state that are interested in us coming and helping them, not only with bad spirits, but just a regular haunting. We are not able to go, so we do reach out and try to find teams in their area. And this is Levada. Oh, let me get her back in screen here. I can take her out of the box. Let me see.
Okay. Well, if it's not too much trouble, I understand that there's a reason why she's in the box, obviously.
Yes.
She was buried, and she's deteriorated since she's been up in the air.
Oh, wow.
Nails.
Okay, yeah.
3 nails. And since she's been dug up, her clothing is starting to deteriorate a lot. We found out that part of the magic used to cast this hex on this object actually involved different methods of magic, like with the symbols and things that were on the box, Levian magic, maybe a little devil worship was involved. And there's evidence of all these things. The person who cast this spell against a family knew what she was doing, or he. I lean toward a female. They knew what they were doing. And I feel sorry for the family that this hex was put on. I really do. I don't know what happened to them, but I'm sure it wasn't good.
She's been all over the country. She's gotten to see everybody in the paranormal.
Right.
Well, that's awesome that she's gotten to see everybody in the paranormal. It's sad, on the other hand, that someone will put a curse on that doll, literally, and then just gave it to him, I guess, pretty much.
Yes, and the person that found this on their property, it was buried at the foot of a tree. And the person that found it, he said, if you guys can't even come investigate, he said, just meet me halfway and I'll give this to you. I want it gone.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I want this gone. So like some of the things that would happen is the homeowner's wife woke up with a dark apparition floating over her bed.
Mm-hmm.
A little girl giggling through their house, which we have that now, giggling, and a little girl ran back behind her mother, the homeowner's wife, ran behind her, ran in her daughter's room and slammed the door. She thought this was her daughter, but when she went in there to maybe scold her for slamming the door, her daughter wasn't in the room.
Quite interesting. All right. We also do have another question. Junkie1044. Thank you again. Have you guys ever been injured doing investigations and everything?
I've been scratched, pushed, almost pushed down. Michael's had scratches before.
I've had
Pushed,
many times.
I've had
over
my
the
hair
years.
pulled. I've actually been kissed by a spirit in the corner of my mouth. I was playing around, and we were in a Confederate cemetery, and I was just playing around like, hey, soldier, how long has it been since you kissed a girl? And then I felt a little peck right on the side of my mouth. And I said, Michael, I've had my hair played with, which I don't mind that. Just don't push or scratch me.
Yeah, we actually caught some photographic evidence at that cemetery years ago too.
We did.
Where it appears that there was two soldiers carrying a stretcher, but it was only from the waist up, so there was no legs.
Very cool.
And they were off in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Same cemetery.
What park was that, may I ask again?
I don't know the name, but it was in LaGrange, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
For those people that might not know, you guys certainly do EVPs. Can you tell us in general what an EVP is?
An EVP is an electric voice phenomena. It's where we're trying to capture disembodied voices and trying to isolate that from everything else to see if, our direct questions is being answered. And it's very easy to do, but it's not as easy when you go through the analysis and trying to listen back and isolate background noises and try to rule out, everything that might be going on. But, an electric voice phenomena is one thing, that many, many paranormal investigators deal with. Shortened, they call it an EVP. But it is interesting to get an EVP that you could say is a good EVP. That's what I mainly worked with when I worked with Mark Constantino years ago. He was helping me understand EVPs. It's like he had an inner understanding of them, and he was trying to get me to see it his way, because I used to get, all kinds of EVPs, and he'd say, well, that's no good. He would throw it out before I could even get it out of my mouth half the time.
Wow.
But paranormal, our biggest critics is other paranormal investigators.
That is definitely true.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but very true.
Yeah.
And you guys mostly, you guys are like ITC Communications specialists. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is as well?
Instrumental transcommunication is several different things. We use a spirit box. We've used the SB7. We have the SB11. We have the S box. We use the portal. I don't know how many people's heard of the portal. We use that too. Anything that you use on an ITC, you know, an instrument like that is an ITC device. You could use a television, you know, if you could play white noise and you get an EVP across it, that's an ITC device. It's interesting because, you know, a lot of people will rule out the radio frequencies, but we've gotten over the years into more, we like to use just white noise. And if we get an EVP when we're just running white noise, we're not scanning radio frequencies. We're just scanning the white noise, and we'll get voices across there. What's interesting is, you know, here a few years ago, we were doing it. I guess we were running the portal, and my full name came across the portal. They asked, you know, the team was in there and they said, "Who do you want to speak to?" And it said, "Michael Fox," just like that. Shouted it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's certainly different for what you might have.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Just a moment here, and we're going to take a momentary break, and then we will be right back.
You're watching Paranormal Files Into the Darkness on CARC Universal.
All right. Reminder, everyone, our guest is ITC Communications Specialist, the Fox Paranormal team of Michael and Destiny Fox. Again, please put any questions in all capital letters to help us see them better. Also, if you like the broadcast, consider helping us out by liking and sharing. Thank you to everyone for tuning in and watching on Facebook, or giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel and sharing on YouTube. All right. I do also have some video clips from your YouTube channel. Do you mind if I go ahead and play some?
No, go ahead.
All right. Let me take a look here. Give me a moment here. All right. We have, how about we play first the funny session with Jeremy Leonard?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That is indeed a good one. 1 second here, and we'll have it up. Okay, that should bring it up. Yes, you guys should be able to see it. All right. Did it go through okay?
I couldn't didn't see it.
We didn't see it on our end.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Okay,
No.
1 second here. Uh-oh. Okay, 1 second here. Uh-oh. All right, let's try again. Stop. Let's make sure it's sharing because apparently I did something wrong. Sorry about that, everyone.
Cool.
Technology.
I'm still a little hit and miss on how I do this. All right, and now let's see if we're coming up. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Sorry, everybody, for a couple minutes of nothing. Sorry, everybody.
Wait.
What?
Here.
Come here.
All right. What do you want? I'm gonna tell you like this: if you don't start talking, I'm gonna leave. So here's the thing: I'm gonna count to 10. You don't speak, I'll walk away. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Asshole.
8.
I didn't say that. He did.
9. Well, you know what? You called me an asshole. You hurt my feelings, so now I'm gonna leave.
1.
1. That's gonna count now.
2.
And
10.
All right. Well, aren't you just a smart one?
Wasn't that interaction? That was funny that day.
Yeah, it seemed like a great clip, and it's unusual to have something that's comedic as well.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
that was good.
Sorry.
We were actually running the SLS too that night, and I got where Jeremy was trying to communicate with a female spirit, and I could actually, he would say, "Touch me right here," and then I'd have a stick figure on the SLS trying to touch him where he was pointing at.
Very cool.
What-
Go ahead.
Okay. What is one of your memorable investigations? Whether it was just a regular one or a demonic? Is this one particular, or is there so many that stick out?
There's a lot, but I guess the one where we actually picked up the demonic spirit that went home with us, it was in a mobile home park, and we were out there, and there was a murder a few years ago behind there where a child was murdered by someone in the mobile home park. And we thought, we went in with the mindset, okay, that's what it is. You know, it's the little girl haunting them. I remember when we went to interview the client for this investigation, she was telling us about how things were being thrown around in her home, and a reoccurring dream that she had about being in a cave with a dark figure blocking the door, and she couldn't get out. And right off the bat, as soon as we walked into her home, it was like the K2 was peeking out everywhere.
Oh yeah.
We began to hear noises in the home, and we didn't do an investigation that night. But I remember when we were leaving, this lady was on her doorsteps watching us until we got out of sight. Like, she had this look and feeling like, please don't go. Please stay and help me. And so that haunted me. Even after we got home, we moved up the date on this by several days to make sure that we were able to go and help her. I remember being on the property, and as long as I was on the side of the street their home was on, I was sick. But as soon as I would walk out across the street, I would feel better. There was a teddy bear inside the home that its head turned like directly toward my face, and I was like, "Get that thing out of here!" But I think that really, that's the one the spirit came home with us. I remember when we were doing a deliverance on the home. I know a lot of people don't recommend this, but it was the first time we ever had tried this. We had the spirit box going, and as I was praying through the home and doing the deliverance, there was a spirit talking to me, actually carried on a conversation. I do realize that if you're trying to drive something away, you don't stand around and have a conversation with it. But that was back in the early years. You know, we've learned a lot by experience.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't do that again for that specific reason. But that after that investigation is when the spirit decided, well, we're going to go torment you. The homeowners did report that everything was silent at their house, no more dreams, everything was over with, but that had just begun for Fox
I was going
Paranormal.
to say it came to our house. That's no wonder it was
Yes.
silent there because we were
Well,
having to deal with it.
Yes.
Well, could it occupy two different places at once? Because it's supernatural in theory.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, I've learned anything's possible in the paranormal.
Because I can't see why it would be restricted to just one place like we are. Because that,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of people that believe, you know, that it can be omnipresent. It could be in two places at the same time. So, and I don't see why it couldn't, you know, because they're operating under totally different rules than we operate under.
that's definitely true. They don't have a lot of the restrictions we do.
No,
Right.
In fact, they don't really have any.
no.
Right.
All right. Well, we
Did
do
get
have
an
another
EV
video here. Go
Oh.
ahead.
I'm sorry. I said I got an EVP one time that we directly asked a question, you know, what's it like where you're at?
Mhm.
And we got a response that says, I'm not allowed to say.
That's interesting.
That's indeed very
Yeah.
interesting. Too bad we didn't get some kind of you didn't get an insightful answer on that, unfortunately.
Yeah. But so that makes us think maybe there's still, you know, in the afterlife or wherever, you know, we go after death, are we still operating under, you know, certain rules? Is something controlling, you know, what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do?
Like, talk about what it's like where they are.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Any remote idea you think if you were talking to a ghost or something else in that conversation that came through?
No. I mean, it wouldn't give us, you know, when the communication we were getting, I wasn't getting any direct response to those type of questions. We were getting direct responses to yes, no. You know, like if you say how many spirits are here, we would get a direct number. But when we asked the question, you know, what's it like where you're at? It just came back. I mean, it was almost immediate. It said, I'm not allowed to say.
Huh. Oh, we do have another video or two as well that we could play.
right.
Would that be okay? And this time, I'll share it properly right away. Okay. This is I'm going to start from the 6-minute mark. I believe it's from the hospital. All right. And
all we know.
come on. I even pay for better internet speed than the lowest here. It's funny. You can. I'm talking okay, but yeah, it's buffering on that end.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Where am I sharing it from?
Know is that it did happen.
Now that comes back up then too, correct? Yeah, you guys can talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what had happened here is we had the camera set up at the end of a hall.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're seeing is, well, going back a little bit, the team had the camera duct taped to a trash can at the end of the hall, which, that has the potential of falling over. But the thing about it is, after it fell, after it went down, something actually picked this camera up. It was like
back up.
it looked at it and then gave it a throw. When we woke up the next morning, everybody was like, "You've got to come see this." And the duct tape that we had it duct taped down with was in shreds and laying in front of the trash can.
And I don't know if anybody caught it, but there was a glimpse of a shadow in that part of that clip too. Just briefly showed.
Nobody came up from behind there because there was nothing to either side. If someone had walked down the hall, we would have seen them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it was a dead end hall. So if somebody walked down the hall the way the camera was mounted, they'd have been on camera the whole way up to it.
Right. And that was the second floor at the old South Pittsburgh Hospital in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Okay. Along the way, we do have a couple questions that came as well. Jenky asks, can the spirits see what you guys are doing when you're there? Thank you, Jenky.
I think they can.
Absolutely.
I think they can. I think they can see us.
I would definitely agree. It makes sense.
For example, the time my hair was played with, we're standing in a haunted location, and Michael and I are talking. Matter of fact, it was our team photographer. We had a photo shoot that day, and he decided, hey, let me take you to a cemetery I know of when we get wrapped up here, because I want to see what you guys feel out there. And we did, and we're standing there and in the cemetery, and my hair starts twisting around, going up in the air and coming down. So they have to be able to see you in order to do something like this. So yeah, I would say, yeah, they see us.
Also, that's Fresh. Thank you, Fresh. Do you see many orbs?
Yes, we do. And, you know, it's the big thing. It's dust or bugs. But we do catch some orbs that have faces in them that try to take shape. So one theory I have is when you see people post videos all the time and you see these multiple orbs just flying out of the wall. You know, I seem to think maybe this is a spirit, and maybe all its molecules are trying to come together to form one big apparition. So
Yeah. And two, another thing we look at for orbs is we look for an intelligent flight pattern,
yeah.
not just floating around.
We've had some that we would catch with our cameras that seem to be following team members around through a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you can see what the wind pattern is in a room, and if you see something doing something different, that would certainly be an indication of something that might not be a dust particle.
Right.
All right, I think we do have one more clip. I'm afraid to do it. with the way the internet's been going. Well, let's try it. Why not? Because I would like to play evidence. That's it's really what I prefer to do. So let's try to do it again one more time. The next one's not as long. Okay. Okay, 1 second here. Maybe that's all I have, really. Okay, I think that is all I have. Or I lost the one I might have had as well. Okay. All right. What's the most unusual thing you've happened during an investigation?
What do you think?
Most unusual. Hard to say. We've had so much unusual things
the
happen.
guy that locked us in that room, the client that locked us in a room with a shovel.
Yeah, that was like Psycho.
That wasn't anything
Like
to
the
do
movie
with
Psycho.
paranormal, but we did an investigation, and the guy actually went into a room with us where he locked the door and then barricaded it with a shovel. Our team that was watching the monitors and trying to keep an eye out on us seemed to fail to draw our attention to that and pull us out of there. We didn't know the shovel was there till afterwards. The client took over the EVP session. I remember looking at him, and he had this weird look in his face, and I was feeling very threatened by the client, to be honest with you. But that's probably the strangest thing. And then he would just appear out of nowhere and be beside us. Like if we were outside talking, all of a sudden there he was beside you. You wouldn't hear him walk up, nothing. We would be talking, and then there he was, and I'm like, where did you come from? How are you doing this? So it was pretty creepy. That was unusual.
That definitely would be, yes. Actually, I do remember the video. I was going to play the Johnny Cash one. That was the one I
Oh,
was going to play.
yeah.
I did
Okay.
not. I lost the tab on it somehow. I'm going to try to go back here for a moment here and get it here.
Yeah, that was a good
That
one.
is a good one.
That's definitely a good one. Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it. All right, here we got it coming up here. 1 second here. We'll set up the share. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, let me see. That is okay, May 22nd. 1 second here. May 22nd. All right. Let's start it up here. Okay. All right, we're added. 1 second here, and I will get it going.
Who's singing this? They got it right. I swear to God, it just said ring of fire.
I heard it too.
It's almost like I was trying to sing.
We've never had to do that before.
No. Ring of fire. Oh, man, it's cool. Yeah, we were investigating a no VFW club, and the area we were in was once a bar. So we were down there. We brought some props. I had like a bottle of Bacardi rum, maybe a bottle of tequila, and we were just trying to use those as trigger objects, which worked. So a team member had the idea, let's play some music from that time that these people would have probably listened to, and they really loved the Johnny Cash.
He definitely did some great music.
He did.
And that's also a rather interesting thing to come across the spirit box.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is. We've done
That's
some
something
crazy things.
Yes, got some crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely very different and definitely also very cool, certainly.
Yes.
Have you guys, I know you said you did deal with something bad. Have you ever done an exorcism by chance? I know that Destiny, you specialize in it, right? Or Demonologist?
Unfortunately, I've had to do some exorcisms.
Uh-oh. I think we may have lost them. Oh, they are still here a little bit.
Those things we don't
There we
talk
are.
about.
There
Those
we are.
things
Okay.
we don't talk about. We lost you for a minute. They don't like us talking about them.
It definitely seems like that.
Yes. But yeah, I was pretty proud of myself, and we did 2 more deliverances right after that, and I got a little cocky with it, like, look what I did. Yeah, I can handle this. I'm a demonologist, which I learned real fast. Never think you're something, because you're really not. The last one that we did was somebody that I love and care a lot about, and it was very difficult for me. Those are things that, even though you're equipped and you're prepared, they're not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. It's time consuming. Matter of fact, because of the relationship I had with this person that needed deliverance from the demon, this is something happened that's probably never happened before. Jeremy Leonard is a firefighter, and he was on a call. And right in the middle of this, I had to call Jeremy, and I said, I can't do this. I can't. I just can't do it. You know, this is somebody I love and care about, and I just can't do this. And the person, the demon, it began to get very strong, and you know, Jeremy over the phone had to help me deliver this person of the demon. So his first telephone exorcism ever. It was tough. It's a tough thing to have to do. It's very emotional. It will
Over the
mess with
phone
your
as well?
mind. Yeah, it's not a good thing to have to do, and it's not something that I ever want to have to do again, but am available if needed.
Well, that's good, because I know I seek help from other people in that situation. That's good that you guys can do it. That's great. Do you guys have someone? I think this might be someone from your group. Hey, it's Kobe. Or no?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
That's
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
That's his wife. Hey,
Oh.
Dorothy. Oh no,
Oh.
it's Kobe on his wife's account. Okay. Hey, Kobe.
All right, great. And any upcoming appearances you guys happen to have?
We do. In August, we just came back from Strasburg, Virginia. Our next adventure is August the 19th and 20th in Oxford, Alabama. Our team will be there. Lots of cool people are going to be there. It's a Comic-Con as well as a Paracon. And Jeremy Leonard will be there. Lee Triana Brown from Repossessed will be there. And some
Very
of
nice.
the actors from The Walking Dead will be there, along with Sonia Thompson, who was a well-known zombie on The Walking Dead. A great friend of mine. We met her last year. She's just awesome and amazing. And just too much to tell. They do have a Facebook page you can go to and catch up with all the talent that's going to be there at Deep South Paracom.
Deep South Paracomic-Con. Is that?
I know. It's took
Okay.
me months.
Is it?
Connecticut's coming up too this year.
Yes, we're going to be at the Warren Seekers of the Paranormal October the 28th in Connecticut, and I am looking so forward to that.
Oh, that would be going to the Warrens is obviously like the pinnacle, pretty much.
Yeah.
And when it comes to definitely, that's awesome.
I've followed the Warren's career for many years.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to see Lorraine with the pastor. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Right when Paranormal State was about to debut at the conference up at the Evanston State College. That's one time I got to see her in person. I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but at least I got to see her in person and hear her story. That's what I appreciate greatly.
That would have been a me bow down at your feet moment.
That was always one of my, things in my bucket list. I always wanted to meet Ed and Lorraine.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Ed passed away long before Lorraine, but I still didn't get to meet Lorraine. But we've talked to her on Facebook.
Yeah, I spoke with her once on Facebook typing.
Yes.
Well, that's cool. Also, Jenky has another question before we wrap things up. Do the spirits ask for help from you? They're not familiar.
Yes.
Yes, they do. Quite a few times when I go in to do an EVP session, not only am I there, I feel like sometimes to help the clients, but I also ask the spirits, is there anything I can help you with? What can we do to help you? And we really haven't gotten a good response on that, but we have had some successful crossovers. They do cry out for help me, it hurts. just different things like that. And it really makes you feel helpless because you're actually talking to somebody who used to be a living, breathing human being. And it makes you feel bad that, okay, if you could be specific, maybe there is something we can do to help you. But, you know, you just have to know me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for everything, for little animals, spirits, everything. Just, it bothers me when I feel like I can't help.
That's certainly, I can see it. Yeah, I can see feeling that way. I'd be the same way as well. All right. Well, I guess we're about out of time. I wanted to clarify, is the South Para Comic Con, is that in Ozark, Alabama, or what town?
It is.
Is
It's in Ozark,
it-
Alabama at the Ozark.
It is Ozark? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to make sure I got that right, because I thought you said something different than what I said. So I wanted to double check that.
Southern accent.
We will be speaking there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You guys coming to Gettysburg at all in the future?
Oh, we want to so bad.
Well, we've actually
Maybe
been talking
sometime.
about it.
Yes, we want to. We want to. We would love to.
A lot of the Paracons we go to, we get invitations to,
But
You can't attend them all, I'm
we
sure.
have
There's
to
no.
work and
What do you guys do for a living?
we have to fund our paranormal. I'm a loan office manager,
Okay.
and Michael is
I'm a receiving associate for Imperial Dade out of New Jersey.
Okay.
and he gets to take cool trips.
Yeah, they send me all over the country to teach people how to run the computer system.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, we're out of time. I want to thank our guests, ITC Communications Specialists, the Fox Paranormal Team, Michael and Destiny Fox. Their website is there we go. We'll have it scroll back around. Is www.foxparanormal.com. They got their Fox Paranormal YouTube channel is the @ symbol, Fox Paranormal 5233. It's also scrolling across the bottom, of course. And on Facebook, facebook.com/Fox Paranormal. Ladies and gentlemen, they have their own podcast as well, Fox Paranormal Chat on Spreaker and Web Radio Network every Thursday, except for this Thursday. It will be on next Thursday at 8 o'clock, 7 Central. They have an upcoming appearance in August 19th to the 20th at the Deep South Para Comic Con at the Ozark Civic Center in Ozark, Alabama, as well as they just gave me an update in October. What was the exact date of the Warren one in Connecticut?
It is October the 28th, I believe.
All right, October 28th. They will be at the Warren conference in Connecticut. I'm not sure exactly the more details on that. My apologies. Our next show will be June 29th, or we will have our guest will be medium Rebecca Foster from ParanormalRealityTV.com. July 20th, we have a few weeks in between. Ernie Atwell of Paranormal Inc., and he's also co-host of Step Into the Paranormal. The very next week, July 27th, we're back. The Ghost Finders from YouTube. They've been together for 12 seasons. They'll be joining us. So I'm hoping to have some more evidence to air from people over the next month and a half or so. If you like the broadcast, consider helping us out by liking and sharing. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching on Facebook, or give a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and sharing on YouTube. If you watch this far, well, also don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified of future broadcasts. Thank you. And we appreciate all of you. Again, I want to thank the chat. We had an excellent chat again tonight. I'll keep that coming. Certainly. Also, Michael, do you have anything to add by chance?
No, it was. Thanks for coming on, you guys, and it was nice having you. And I'm getting ready to hit the sack. It is after 1 a.m. in Adair, Ireland. So,
No, I'd love to be there.
oh, it is awesome. And you don't get any fresher Guinness than here.
That'd be true.
You know what I did the other night, real quick? Not
What'd
talking
you do?
about paranormal, because I thought maybe the castle might be. We were back at this castle we rented 4 years ago when my wife and I got married. Thought maybe it'd be haunted. So, but the other night we were at a bar. I'm like, I wonder if anybody ever made a Guinness float. And the one waitress heard me and she's like, a float. I'm like, yeah, you know how you have like ice cream and then like either a Coke or root beer? Throw that in the Guinness. She's like, no, never heard of that. She's like, you'll have to try it and make it. Came back I went and bought ice cream, came back. It actually tastes pretty good. And once the ice cream starts to float in the Guinness, and then at the very end, when the Guinness gets mixed with the ice cream, it has like that caramel flavor. So I don't know. I may have to move to Ireland and open up a Guinness float shop.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds like a great business idea. And Fresh says, I'm in the UK. Fresh can come visit your pub in Ireland, possibly.
That's right.
He's not too far away.
Nope.
Michael and Desi, do you have anything to add by chance?
We don't. We just want to say it was a pleasure to be on your show, and thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Hey, you got it. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for coming on. And again, everyone, we will return June 29th with medium Rebecca Foster. Michael and Desi, you guys want to hang on for a moment? You can. If not, that's perfectly fine. If not, have a good one. Thank you. And so long, I will take us out right in just a moment. About now.
This has been a CARC Universal